Hi, my name is Jonathan Pickup and I'm the author of the Vectorworks Essentials Tutorial Manual. The manual starts off very simply, showing you some basics on how to use Vectorworks. The first chapter contains some very simple basic concepts in Vectorworks. How to draw rectangles, how to draw things accurately, how to put dimensions, and how to control the graphics on those objects. You might be wondering when you finish that chapter, is there something you can do to practice? And I've got a suggestion for you. I've got a little exercise for you to do where you can test yourself. So I'd like to show you the little test yourself exercise, and I'd like you to try this and see if you can do it. And if not, then I suggest you go back to chapter 1 and work your way through it. So here's a little example that you could use to test yourself. Can you draw this? Can you draw this with the correct line weights, the colors, and the shapes? I've given you all the dimensions you need, so let me show you how to draw that plan. So here's an example when you've finished the exercise. Select everything and delete it. Right click in the drawing area and set your layer scale. So choose active layer scale and change that to 1/4 inch or 1:50. And now we're going to start with a rectangle. If you remember from the first exercise, you can create your rectangle any size and then you can change the width later. So this is 3 meters wide and it's 3 meters high, about 10 feet in each direction. Now we can zoom into that and draw our corner parts. So there's a rectangle here in the corner which is 18 inches by 18 inches or 450 millimeters by 450 millimeters. And don't forget to change the line weight for that. Let's draw another one on this side, minus 450 or 18 inches and minus 450 there as well. And change the size of it. And change the line weight. Now one at the bottom here, minus 450 again or minus 18 inches and 18 inches high, and change the line weight of that as well. And the last one here. Don't forget you can also use your smart cursor to get the guidelines for that to make it easier and quicker to draw. Now to draw our steps. Starting there, tab, tab, minus 350 millimeters or about 14 inches, enter once, touch that point, and then change the line weight again. Let's draw another one. Touch that point, tab, tab, minus 14 inches again, enter, enter again. Minus 14 inches again, minus 350 millimeters, enter once, enter again. We've now got our rectangle to put here, which is our fireplace. The fireplace is a little bit more tricky and it takes a little bit more thought. So how can we do that? Well, let's start here by drawing half of it. So we need to come back the minus 500 millimeters or minus 16 inches. And we need to come down half of that as well. So that's minus 500 down that way. And then we can use our box position. So we need to add 250 millimeters to the width of that. So we can go plus 250. But we also need to add 500 millimeters or 16 inches to the height. So we can go plus 500 millimeters, and that gives us our fireplace. We just need a circle. We can use the circle tool, and I'm not too concerned about exactly how big that circle is, but you can make it that size. Now all we need to do is to dimension our plan. So back to your dimensioning tools. You should have learnt how to use this already, and there's our first dimension. The second dimension, the third dimension, and don't forget you can touch that point to make sure they line up. On this side we've got a dimension there, we've got a dimension down here as well. Make sure we touch that point. We've got a dimension from here to here, a dimension across there, a dimension from here to that point, and from there to there. And then an overall dimension from this corner down to there, and then my steps. I haven't changed the colors of these objects yet, but I can select them all together and change the color of those objects. And there's our plan. I haven't drawn the table, but it's just a simple series of rectangles. We could start by drawing from the center, getting our rectangle the right size, zoom in and draw rectangles for the seating. Don't forget to use your smart cursor to line up with those parts. Remember to use your smart cursor to make your rectangles the same size. It's just good practice to keep using these smart points to get objects that are the correct size. And there's our entire plan. So how did you get on? If that looks too tricky, go back to Chapter 1 of the Essential Tutorial Manual and refresh your memory about the smart points, the snaps, the dimensioning, and drawing objects. It might seem like those exercises were just too simple, but it's really the basis of a lot of your Vectorworks drawing. Thank you for watching. For the leader in Vectorworks training and manuals, visit learn.archoncad.com.